Okay, since all the questions have been answered about PLCs, we're going to transition into technology usage in the classroom. But I do want you to note that how this professional development has been going is basically somewhat of a model for how our PLC should run. So you come in, we'll start with the shout outs, positive things, and then after that, well, yes, it's positive, it's professional development, and just like you do with your students, we'll have a hook. I use a video today as the example, and then we move into whatever the content is of the meeting for that day. So just keep that in mind. All right. Technology in the classrooms. We all know that technology is everywhere nowadays, and so we live in a digital world. We need 21st century skills. We need to help grow our students and learn as technology grows, and it's changing at lightning speed. So we need to do whatever we can to keep students up to date with the technology we have available. It helps with learning styles using different technologies in the classroom. So if you've got a student who is visual and auditory, they can actually hear and see if they're using technology. If they're kinesthetic, maybe they're using an iPad to move pictures from one spot on the page to another. So that's another reason why technology is good in a class. And then also differentiation in products. You can have, for example, if Johnny wants to create a video for his presentation for you, if you've got Susie who wants to write a report, if you've got Joe that wants to create, PowerPoint slides, something like that, then it gives some options available for students to show you that they have concept attainment. And those are just a few things. I know there are a lot more, but the next few slides I show you, I'm just going to show you 3 today, are really great. There are things that I've used, and I've experienced success, and so have students in using them. Okay, so the first one is Audio Exam Player. And Audio Exam Player is an app that a teacher can get on there. They record their voice asking questions, and then students can listen to the teacher ask those questions to them. The student would use headphones with that. They would have, they could use their iPod, their iPhone, an iPad. The company is working on making sure that Audio Exam Player can work with Chromebooks as well. But it helps with oral administration. So those kids, instead of trying to figure out where they're going to go in a small group, the staff that we need to do those things for district assessments, we can use this for that. And so students can be included in the class. They wouldn't have to leave and go somewhere else. And we know that they already feel different when they have to do that. Which also in that 4th bullet plays into social emotional needs. This allows the kids to stay in the classroom. And my experience has been that the kids that aren't using the iPod or the iPad are jealous of the kids that get to. And so it gives those kids a little bit of a boost and makes them feel special in a good way instead of different in a negative way. And then the 3rd bullet there says adjustability. And what that means basically is, I'll show you through this example. This is just an example picture of what audio exam looks like. So you've got the questions over here. It tells you how long it took you to say the question. It's shown over here as well. Down here at the bottom, aside from typical buttons of pause and restart and things like that, it has this right here where it can adjust the speed that you speak and answer questions. So if somebody needs you to slow down, they can adjust this. They can go back or forward 3 seconds. They can click next or previous to look at the questions. It's a really great app, and you can put a code on it. The kids have to sign in with their names and have to put a code in that you provide to them. So it's not, no one else can just go in and take their quiz. And you can save your test and copy and download tests and things. It's a really great app. Okay, the next one be Google Forms. You've all seen what Google Forms look like. You filled one out actually at the beginning of the year when I had you write in the information about yourself, your shirt size, your favorite drink, birthday, those kind of things. So you filled out a Google form. And I want you to notice that all of these options, I tried to put different ones on the form I had you fill out so you could see and complete ones that had short answer or check boxes, things like that, because these are all options you can use with the Google form. Here's an example of one right here. And notice it says questions and responses on the top. Same with here, questions and responses. Someone can only see a response if you give them permission to see a response. So that's neat. And speaking of responses, over here, you can view your responses in a spreadsheet, but you can also view them over here as bar graphs or circle graphs. And this is the initial survey that the example is using. So you can kind of see what it looks like for that one. Okay. And the next, go back one slide. This right here, as far as application of a Google Doc in your classroom, is an excellent example. Do I get it? So a kid fills in their name, they type in their name, the topic if you're working on plot that day, for example. If they have any questions, they're able to type that in. Notice that the star means required. And then they check down at the bottom their level of understanding. If they are beginning, developing, secure, they know understanding. It gives an explanation of what those things are beside it as well. And you see the copy of that with your copy slides. But this is real time. So if students, you're talking about plot, and say one of them doesn't understand exposition, they could type in there, I don't understand exposition. And then you get on a spreadsheet instantly those questions being asked. And socially, emotionally, it's great for kids. For those who don't want to answer questions or are a little nervous about raising their hand in front of everyone, they have the opportunity to type that question in and then get it answered immediately because you get this feedback immediately. So you can do some reteaching immediately, and it only takes them just, a few seconds to get this done. So that's just an example of how you can use this in the classroom. All right, going to the next one, Flipgrid. Flipgrid is really great for ESL students and for those who struggle with communicating through, standing in front of the classroom and things like that. So I'm going to play this quick video so you can kind of see what it's about.
Welcome to Flipgrid, a video-based discussion platform to fuel engagement in schools and organizations. Use video the way your students use video and build an active social community in your classroom. Flipgrid is simple. Create a grid for your classroom, a project team, a conference, or an entire organization. Once your grid is created, add a topic or two to get the discussion started. Students record videos and respond to a topic from any device. Finally, users can view and reply to each other's videos and build an active learning community. Lock your grid with a secure password or leave it open for ease of access. Moderate your grid to preview videos before they're visible to your community. And embed your grids, topics, and individual videos to any blog, classroom website, or learning management system to take your discussion further. So, how will you Flipgrid?
So that right there, the Google Classrooms, you could put one of those on there. Kids could record themselves and actually see themselves recorded. They get to respond to others. It's a really neat link. Okay, so we're going to try it out. So you're going to rotate in small groups. You're going to carry your laptop, pen, pencil, and slides with you. And as you rotate, you're going to go to a station for Flipgrid, for Google Forms, and for the audio exam player. And you're going to have 5 minutes in each of those stations where the leader is going to actually take you through on your computer through the different techniques and options so you can actually create something right now, or at least get started on something, and we'll feel a little bit more comfortable later on completing it when you get back to your classroom. Okay, and we'll have 5 minutes each. would push the timer right now, but I don't have time. And then I would sum up with, I hope you have a great day. There will be a Google form in your email box today, just asking for some quick feedback on how today went with your first PLC meeting. So again, I'm going to let you out on time. Have a great day.